We all learned in school that the British occupied the Philippines for a couple of years back in the 1760s, right? But did your history books ever mention that British soldiers marched all the way to Batangas, leaving a trail of chaos in their wake? It's a wild story that's often left out of the main narrative. So let's set the scene. It's 1762, and the 7 Years' War is raging across the globe. Spain sides with France, and suddenly the Philippines becomes a British target. Manila falls quickly, and the British demand a massive payment of 4 million pesos. The problem? The Spanish couldn't pay up. The British then set their sights on the legendary treasure of the galleon Filipino, which had just arrived from Mexico. But a clever resistance leader named Simon de Andahad already hidden it with the help of some loyal friars. This kicked off a frantic treasure hunt. Enter the British captain Thomas Backhouse. He led a force out of Pasig, marching south. The Brits plundered towns like Biñan, Santa Rosa, and Calamba before finally reaching Lipa, Batangas. In Lipa, they were greeted by the local priest, Padre Montero. He pretended to cooperate with the British, but secretly he was feeding information to the resistance. Backhouse and his men set up camp in Lipa, but their frustration grew. They captured several friars, burned the church to the ground, and smashed religious icons. After all that destruction, they only found a measly 3,000 pesos. The real treasure, they learned, had been moved to Pampanga. Defeated, Backhouse marched his troops back to Pasig. But the British weren't done with Batangas. Another group reached Taal and Balayan, but this time they had a guide. A trader named Don Nicholas Subang. He was a local tax collector who betrayed the Filipino resistance, helping the British identify friars to capture and torture. As Anda's forces grew stronger, Subang knew his time was up and fled to China. The entire British occupation was short-lived. The war ended with the Treaty of Paris in 1763, and by March 1764, the British forces officially withdrew from the Philippines. Their brief, violent adventure in Batangas is a forgotten chapter of our history, a hidden scar on the province's past. It's a powerful reminder that history is often more complex and brutal than what we read in textbooks. What do you think about this forgotten piece of history? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next video. Thanks for watching.